Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bloodborne. My name's Brian, your host and commentator, and it's the next episode. Hopefully I'm seeing you. Yeah, it's taking a little while, but finally another month's gone by, another episode. I'm gonna try and bust out the rest of Bloodborne this weekend. I need to finish this game already, it's taking forever, but yeah, in this episode, I hope you're ready. We're doing 3 boss fights. We got a lot going on, actually. Gonna be wrapping up a lot of side content as well. I'm also gonna point out, this is post-narration, baby. So, yeah, the audio, the narration part. I cut the audio or something, and then did I did a redo. It was weird because I did some testing audio before I recorded the audio for the last episode. Right now we're going here to go talk to e.m.o.b.r.i.a.n, the Wanderer, by the way. This is the first thing we're doing. But, yeah, I did that too. I did some recording to test the audio, and then I recorded the episode, the audio for the episode, that is, along with the episode. And then when I was editing it, I somehow ended up cutting the original, or the audio, and only being able to, paste and redo or repaste. I don't know, I could only get that prior recording that I did to test the audio to show up for some fucking reason, so. Anyways, yeah, you can kill e.m.o.b.r.i.a.n, the Wanderer, with just one hit like that. He's been banging his head on that wall. Got that big old blood splatter. We're gonna unlock some of these doors, too, while we're down here. We killed him so we can summon him during the Living Failures boss fight. That's gonna be the first boss fight that we do this episode. It's gonna be a Lumenwood garden. Ooh, that would have probably killed me right there if he would have got me with that staff. He would have stabbed me and did a little jab with it. Or whatever you call that. Now, this key does not unlock the cell down there for the church assassin, Brador. Whatever the fuck his name is. I can't remember what his name is, but the key does not unlock that. We need to get that next episode in the Fishing Hamlet. Or we're going to get it the episode, either next episode or the episode after. I think we're getting it next episode. We're going to be, I'm guessing 3 episodes are left after this one. That's my prediction, so. Inside one of these rooms, by the way, there's one of them bozo hunters. This fool gets me, too. I remember this, I was pretty pissed. He just spams his gunshot and just wrecks me. So I handle him the next time, though, don't you worry. I'll show you how to handle this fool. Right there, boom. Yeah, I don't know. I get, because they have, armor when they're doing it or something, but I was pretty pissed about that. Man, I was like, ooh-wee. Now, I don't edit out this part, and I probably should have, because, well, I didn't know this was going to be post-narration, and I don't know, I just wasn't thinking when I was editing this whole section, I guess, but, I mean, we're right there, so I spawn, and I don't know, this can kind of give me some time to go over some things. I don't remember if I mentioned it in any of the last episodes, but when I bought the Bloodborne Game of the Year edition because it has the old Hunters DLC, and I was under the assumption that I could just put the game in and then play the old Hunters DLC using, these files that I have here, or these saves, these files, yeah. But no, apparently when you do it, it's a whole other game, so I'd have to start a whole new file and play through it and all that. So I was like, God damn it. So then I also had to buy the digital version of the DLC, which really pissed me off too. I'm much smarter about handling this fool this time. I'm like, I just go right through this door, see? Boom. And then I kind of keep the sword on the right here and keep him kind of bottlenecked here in this doorway doing the stab maneuver. See, because he's just going to keep spamming that gun. We know what they're going to do. So we're not falling for it. Oh, and then they get out here. I remember that. I was like, oh shit, they're out of the room. Now I need to get in the room and use this door. Yeah, so you can use the door as cover. It's really great. And then they just kind of stand there. It's weird. I don't get it. Just kind of stands there. But whatever. Get the church, what was that, church pick? Or something from that. But here we go. I'm going to show you how to get back to get to where we're going to be at in the research hall. I don't remember too much if I, ended up leaving. I need to, I need to close this sliding screen door. Give me 1 second. Oh, I see what it is. Because my mic's picking up a lot of noise. It was picking up this damn humming noise from like the heater in the apartment or something. It's not even close to the heater either. We're like, I'm on the other side of the room from the heater. I don't know.
Could you do something for me? I need brain fluid. Murky, mushy brain fluid.
So we're gonna get the first part of this quest taken care of, where you give her one of those brain fluids that we found in the research hall. We found 2 of those last episode, remember that? One was kind of in the center and one was up in the rafters. We're gonna go revisit those rafters too, because I got a crow I gotta kill that I forgot about. It's a non-respawning enemy and it has like a blood gem, I think, or something pretty good. It has a unique item to some degree, so I'm gonna show off getting that because I missed it while I was up there. And I know that's my bad. That's my bad. I wish I would have done it while we were up there. Because I even point out the crow, too, in the last episode. I just didn't kill it, so... I'm gonna head up there now, I believe is what I do. Or I go somewhere. I think we go take on the living failures now, that's right. But we gave her the first brain fluid's the point. Then you have to, like, leave the area. God damn, I think it's like 3 times or so. You gotta leave this area. And come back, and then she like gets the new... You progress her NPC storyline, you're able to give her the second brain fluid. And then you gotta leave like 3 more times and come back, and that's when you get to the next part of her NPC questline, but that'll be at the end of the episode. Right now I'm just kind of moving along here. I can't remember what I do next exactly. I think we just get straight to the bosses. Because now we have e.m.o.b.r.i.a.n, yeah. Because I like doing the boss fights in these episodes. I like showing off the boss fights first. Because that's why people are going to be pulling them up. They're like, man, I got to take out this boss. But in this instance, we had to get e.m.o.b.r.i.a.n the Wanderer. Well, we didn't have to, but I like to have my little NPC friends when I'm fighting bosses. This is a good one to have them, too, because it's a 4-on-1 fight. There's 4 of them at a time, similar to, like, the 4 Kings in Dark Souls 1. And see, now the recording's not picking up that humming noise. I'm going to have to go in there and get that noise profile and remove it, but here we go. We got these ugly motherfuckers. They're kind of weak against shock. After you do a certain amount of damage, they'll die. They all have different amounts of hit points, too. There's like 3 different amounts of hit points they can have. Some have like 1,200 or something, and then others have like 2,400, and then there's some that have it in between. But they have these magic AoEs, and they'll all summon these like meteors, too. They'll do like a meteor storm together as one unit. But you just want to keep running around, taking them out. Look out for this one. Just dodge that attack. Don't fight anything while they're doing one of those on you, because those things will kind of combo off you and hit you one after the other as you get stun locked, and then it can really take you down quick. My alarm started going off. I can see in the audio. It's like brrr, it's just a straight line. That's funny. You guys will probably hear that. That's not too big a deal to edit out. I don't know why I had... Oh, it must be my alarm from yesterday, because I set an alarm because I was going to wake up and run some Dungeons & Dragons, running a last-minute Dungeons & Dragons session yesterday at like noon. See what I mean, though? These things will like kind of combo you. Luckily, I was able to get that invulnerability with the visceral attack into the whatever. Into the backstab, I guess. Took care of that guy. Yeah, some of these guys you can get with like 2 stabs. Watch, there's one. Let's see if this is one of the weaker ones. Oh, this might be a 3-stabber. Yeah, I was like, you need to heal, boy. You're at half health. Here's the meteor storm move. I don't know how weak that one was. But just keep moving around and try and dodge. Don't fight shit during stuff like this. Just dodge. That's all you should be worrying about. It's a long fight too. This one's a bit of a slog, alright? I'll admit it. It's a bit of a slog. Actually, all the bosses in this DLC are kind of slogs, if I'm being honest. The next boss, Lady Maria in the Astral Clocktower, right after this too, by the way. So we kill these guys, then we go into the Astral Clocktower, and then we fight Lady Maria, like immediately after. It's crazy. We'll do Laurence the First Vicar, or Vicar, or whatever. however that word's pronounced. We'll be fighting him towards the end of the episode, though. Because after this, I want to make sure that we get everything, kind of squared away. There's a hunter that I didn't kill. I showed off where he was at, but I didn't kill him. I forgot that he was one of the red-eyed hunters that drops a vermin, which we need for Walter and his Master of the League quest or whatever, quest line. He's the last NPC quest line that we have in the main game, by the way. I want to point that out. We still have like 2 NPC quest lines, I believe, here in the DLC. Because we've got Brador, we've got Simon, and we've got Adeline. So we've got 3. No, that's not true. We have 4. One of them, that last one we'll see in the fishing hamlet, though. It's just at the very beginning. And actually, completing Adeline's quest line is how you get the item that's going to allow you to complete that quest line for the fishing hamlet priest. That's what he is. He's one of the fishing... You'll see him. You see him immediately as soon as you enter the fishing hamlet, so... Not spoiling too much. It's pretty much just introduced right then and there. Oh, man. This joint's hitting a little harsh. Not too harsh, but a little harsh.
Farewell.
Here we are, just stocking up on things. But we're using this episode to basically, I call it the Astral Clocktower, but, we're just, I'm showing you how to get right into the Astral Clocktower, I suppose. You have to do Lumenwood Garden right before it anyway, so you can consider it part of the Astral Clocktower. But now we're gonna go fight Lady Maria. I think I got her on my first try in this one, if I'm not mistaken. She was a bitch to Count Practice. That was a tough fight for him. Died like 4 or 5 times. But, by the time recording came around, I already knew what to do, so... If I remember correctly, I handled it pretty well. Laurence, the First Vicar, whoo! He was rough on both playthroughs. He was pretty rough. But don't worry, you'll only see the victory one. Who's this lady acting like she's dead or some shit? Maybe she's just sleeping. Excuse me, miss? It's Count Sexy. He's like, damn, girl. A corpse would be left well alone. So she is dead. Supposedly. Allegedly. I don't know. She self-identifies as dead, I guess. So we just have to respect that.
Very well. How the secrets beckon so sweetly. Only an honest death will kill you now.
She's like, join me. I'm so dead, I will make you dead. Everything should be dead. Alright, so, yeah, I bust out the lightning, the bolt paper. This is a boss that you want to be up close for. You want to be next to her. Same with Laurence. Laurence is a pretty tough fight. She's a little bit easier, but she's one that you want to be close for. Not so much because of the first phase here, but because of the second and third phase. So we get her to about here. You can kind of get in and get a couple hits in, but make sure you get back, because she's going to do this explodey thing here. Now, she gains significant range with her attacks on that. She gets to see she does blood damage. And on her third phase, she does blood and fire damage. So she ups the game a bit there. But if you stand close and you kind of like can stun lock her, see, you can... Even if she eats one hit, usually she'll be stun locked by the second hit. This is her going into her third phase. Once again, you can get a hit or 2 in. But if you can get her up against the wall, especially like right here, ooh-wee. Ooh-wee! Look at that, she has like 2 hits left. And there's the fire. It's like the first attack she was able to get off. But like, see what I mean? Oh man, see, that might have killed me right there if I didn't make that dodge, but hell yeah, I did get it on the first try. That's awesome. I remember that being much easier on the recording, but here you go, you get the Celestial Dial, which we hold up to unlock the Fishing Hamlet, which I believe I do right now. I don't think I saved that for the Fishing Hamlet episode, which I probably should have, but whatever. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be just kind of a mop-up episode, mopping everything up. We do not enter through there, though, this episode. We're saving that for next episode, for sure. Hell yeah, brother. The fishing hamlet. The fishing hamlet area is gonna be about 2 episodes. We got the final boss there. It's a big deal, you know. Maybe it's 1. Maybe I can fit it all into 1. I don't know. We'll see. We gotta deal with Brador, too, that asshole. He invades you 4 times while you're there. Now, you can go get him early on if you, like, completed Simon's quest line up to that point. In the lighthouse hut, which is one of the lamps. It's like the second lamp you get to. You can actually go and you can kill Brador, the church assassin, prior to him invading you within the fishing hamlet. But I think I'm going to fight him all the times in the fishing hamlet, just show off where he appears, and so I can you get more souls. You get like 7,000 souls, something like that, every time you kill him. And he's not that hard if you're able to get the jump on him while he's spawning. So, because I like developed a method of how to defeat him, and he does get stronger each time you encounter him. It would appear he has like a stronger version of each weapon too. During the times you encounter him. But I think from now on I basically just go with vitality at this point, if I'm not mistaken. So, but I don't know, because I'm like, man, there's not really much I need to level. I might as well just spend the rest of these on blood vials in case I die over and over and over again, or like fire paper or some shit. Reusable resource. So I think this is this where I go to the Nightmare Church. Oh, okay. So this is where, yeah, this is the Blood Red Hunter. Now I don't show you how to get here, but I basically show you how to get here by showing you how to get back, if you know what I mean. So this guy's fucking a pain in the ass, though. He has such armor on him. He eats so many hits so easily. He killed me like 4 times when I was trying to record this, by the way. Killed me like 4 times, so you can see he has my blood echoes. His eyes are all lit up, bastard. So I ended up kind of just putting this in between us. Putting these, look at how much fucking damage he does too. Like, that's what I'm saying. Stupid. He has like stupid range on that. That short ass weapon, and he's able to, I don't know. He has that dodge move and shit. It's just bullshit, man. But he drops, he's the 3rd red-eyed hunter with the vermin. So I had missed him. Remember, I ran past him. I was like, oh shit. I just ran up here, grabbed the item, and dipped. I should have killed him, though, during the Hunter's Nightmare episode. But that's alright. I ended up getting him anyways. So now you saw all 3. The other guy was like, he's on the way to getting to this dude. This guy's not one of them down here. This is me getting fucked up by these stupid crows and getting really pissed off. I remember this part. I'm like, oh my god, let me get back. Like, why does this have to be so difficult? And then we just stroll up the ladder. So you gotta drop down. It's unfortunate you do have to drop down, though, in order to get to that ladder so you can climb up, because we drop down there from here at the ladder. You drop down that ledge there off to the left. And then you just stroll on back to that church area. This is how I got here, at least. Or you don't have to take this route. You could also dip through that whole area. Like, there's the area that leads to one of the red-eyed hunters that we kill, and then you can drop down even further, and then it leads up back to that area where that hunter with the crows were, in that ladder that we had just climbed up. It's like that tunnel. You guys remember? I don't know. You have to watch the Hunter's Nightmare to understand what I'm saying, because that was the episode. But this is the crow that I missed, not that crow off to the right. Fuck that crow. There's this crow up here. I missed this guy. Doesn't drop anything super special. It's probably not even worth climbing all the fuck the way back up here to you, but I don't know. I wanted to show it off because this enemy does not respawn. It's a unique, it's a unique item. It's the guidance rune. I can't remember what that does. I think, oh man, I cannot remember what it does, but it's a rune. Yeah, show off what it does. What'd it do? Oh, boost rally potential 10%. Woo! Like, I think that's what I was doing right there. I was like, woo! Like, moving him around in a circle. Bunch of bullshit. Oh man, but anyways, yeah. Old Hunter's Mark back. baby. And I don't know what I do now. I think there might be something prior to Laurence. Laurence is a pretty tough fight. You'll actually see that I changed the clothing on my character for fire resistance. Oh, that's right. We gotta go. Yeah, we're progressing this storyline.
Hello? Please, I'm trapped.
And I ended up using this because I thought that I needed to clear that in order to get her blood file, to get Adela's.
Bring me bread. I must have it.
But then she says, bring me, because I'd already been here before, and she wouldn't let me give her brain fluid. But then I didn't realize you need to, like, leave the area, like, 3 times. Like, literally, each time you have to progress this NPC storyline, you have to leave and come back, like, 3 times. So I ended up using that blood, for no fucking reason at all, I believe, at least. And then, and then I was able to give her the second one. And now we have the balcony key, which will allow us to access that door across the way here on the bottom level. We're also going to grab the items here on the bottom floor that fell down, which were nothing special from what I recall. So, yeah, just some blood gems. Damp one, kin cold blood. So nothing too crazy. Let's scoot on through this door to the balcony. This is where we're going to get another arcane item, which is, I believe, the spell that the enemies in this area use against you. I believe that's what the arcane, the hunter's item or whatever, hunter's tool, you know, like old hunter's bone and shit that you use. You find another one here, and I believe it's what these guys use against you, the ones that protect it. They surround it. And then we get one more, I think it's only one more, arcane artifact later on too, at the beginning of the fishing hamlet from that priest. And it is by completing not Adela's, or is that her name? Fuck, what's her name? I don't know. That weird brain-headed lady's quest line, so we only have one more step to complete hers. But I dropped down here, and I'm not all that sneaky, but these guys, yeah, it's whatever fucking spell, the Black Sky Eye, I think it's whatever spell these guys use against you when they detect you. Doesn't seem like any of them are able to use it, though. I just dip. That's all that's in that area, so get the fuck out of there. You can kill those guys if you want, but it's not worth it to me. Because they use that kind of meteor-y spell on you. Meteor-like shit. We got another Wandering Madness right here. Take him out real quick. Nothing too crazy. We got only a couple of those guys left in the game. Not too many more of those we're gonna kill. There's only like... God, there's like 1 or 2 in the fishing hamlet, I think, and that's it. You gotta hop over this gap right here. Snag this chest. All for that. So anyways, I'm just showing you all the items. I think that's everything, though. That's like officially everything in this kind of big area here, or in this. And that's everything except for the NPC storyline, but we do complete that at the end of this episode for that Adela, or whatever her name is. That's like everything so far, though, besides her and Brador. Like, we've collected every single item in every area at this point. Besides the fishing hamlet. Up to every area at this point. Like, even including the main game, I'm pretty sure everything has been collected, besides the Vaulter, NPC side quest, the stuff in the fishing hamlet, and this brain fluid quest. And that's how we're gonna get the milkweed rune to complete completing the brain fluid quest gives us the milkweed rune, which will let us get that final arcane, which it's like it's like a dark, it's almost like a fireball, but it's like dark energy. It's like the fireball of the game. You'll see the enemies in the next area use it in the fishing hamlet. The fishing hamlet's pretty cool. It's a pretty fun area. There's one enemy in particular that I absolutely hate there, though, and you'll see you'll see what I'm talking about when we get to that awful enemy. And it kind of ruins it for me, but it's the only thing I don't like about the fishing hamlet, if I'm being honest. So this is a big pause there, because I thought I was going to end it here, but then I was like, you know what, no, I'm going to include Laurence, the First Vicar. So here we are outside of his area. You can see there's a fog gate there, because he killed me like 6 times, but I still show off his cutscene when entering through the fog gate. This is us summoning Vaulter. He helped us during the Ludwig quest, which gave us a vermin, putting our vermin total at 4, 3 from the hunters, 1 from having Vaulter survive. We need him to survive this time now to give us that 5th vermin in order to complete his NPC storyline, which I do succeed on, so Oh no, I guess there's no fog gate in this one. I kept the because I was recording during this. Okay, that's cool then. That's good. Yeah, he stops there. He doesn't continue forward for whatever reason. Because fog gate, because that's where the fog gate appears, so I guess he just stops there, like NPC's scripted to stop. He has to wait for the fog gate to appear in order for his guy to cross through over into it. Or some shit, I don't know. This guy's kind of a pain to get to as well. Like, if you die, he's kind of a pain in the ass to get to, running all the way here. You have to, like... I learned a trick, though, because there's the big guy with the hammer that busts through the door and fights... He, like, usually kills those 2 hunters. But if you go up there and you lure the 2 hunters down the stairs, you can run past them, then, again, back up the stairs to where the hammer guy is, get behind him, and then both you and the hunters are flanking him. They'll start fighting him. You guys are flanking him, and it takes him out real quick, and then the hunters are, like, a swing or two away. So it's not too bad. You can get a gnarly amount of cells, cells. I almost said souls, but blood echoes. And plus, the big guy drops 6 blood echoes each time you kill him. They sometimes drop 1. Now, Laurence, the First Vicar, is a fire... He's basically a fire cleric beast, a fire-infused cleric beast. He does have some other moves, though. He has actually quite a few new moves. Quite a different move set. But here we go. I stayed on the near his right arm, his weak arm, so his right arm there. I kind of stayed on the right side of that to avoid that grab attack, as you saw. That would take out about 3/4 of my health, and this is where you see my armor's change, because I went and got the best fire resistant armor, which I believe is this bone ashen armor. I also equipped the 5% fire damage reduction, and then the 4% all damage reduction runes. And then I kept the 15% maximum stamina boost. And I used the bolt paper, which is it's largely ineffective, but it adds a little bit of damage, so I was like, fuck it. I have like 30 insight. I started just using all my insight, my Great One's wisdom and shit. I was like, I'll just buy 10 bolt papers, and just use them just for a little damage boost to get through this boss, because I also need Walters to survive, remember, and he's pretty low right now, but he heals a lot. But we need him to survive, so... I'm like, we need to take out the Cleric Beast as quick as possible at the same time while being careful. Because he has this 3 swipe here. See, there's the 3 swipe. He just did it. You want to get out of range of that. That will take out your entire health bar so quick. It takes out my entire health bar from full health. It takes it out with all this shit I have equipped. If he gets me in all 3 of those attacks. So I always, like, as soon as I see that first swipe, I try and get the fuck out of there. Now, he has, like, 3 phases, kinda. You can see he lit up a little earlier. Became a little bit more fire infused, which is, I guess, kind of a second phase. But very noticeably, he has at least 2 phases, and we're about to move into that second one here soon. I always kept myself at full health when I could. Here's the second phase that's very noticeable. He spews fire out his bottom there, or whatever you want to call that. And it gets you. It's rough, and it's weird because you don't want to be behind him, because he also has like fire spewing attacks from behind, which you'll see where he spews a shit ton of fire out his ass. He also spits it out of his mouth too, right there. So there's a forward one and a side one, and this one kind of dragged me in. Both of these attacks actually can drag you in. And I'm so surprised I survived all that. But wow, I was like, woo! When I survived that, I was like, oh my god. I was like, there's still some fight in this. I still have 10 blood vials, 6 bolt papers. Walter's still doing good. Nah, he's not doing that good, but he's alive. He gets really low, and I get very terrified, but he does end up surviving, so I was very, very happy about that, because count practice wasn't as fortunate. I also survived that one. Look out for that attack, too, in front of him. That's why you kind of want to be in front of him, but off to the left a little bit, or maybe kind of on the side, his right side. Yeah, his right side, and your left, I don't know. But yeah, see, look at him putting pain on him, but he just spews all this shit. And I've gotten him to about this point like 4 times, and he killed me. And I was so pissed each time. I can't stress that enough. Count practice wasn't as fortunate because Walter died during this fight. And he's missing a vermin too. I think I missed one from the hunters because I'm pretty sure Walter survived the Ludwig fight. But here it is. I'm like, I got to get this last hit in, baby. There we go. But yeah, I got him down to like 1 health. Like, I got Laurence down to a sliver, but he was still alive, and he ended up hitting Walter and killing him because Walter was at very low health and didn't have any blood vials left, I guess, to heal. But there we go. We get our 5th vermin. I show it off too. I'm like, woo, 5. That's what we need to complete Walter's quest. Then we just warp on back. So that's our third boss. We got one more thing to do. We're just going to complete that brain fluid quest here real quick, and then we'll end the episode after that. Next episode, we'll start off at the fishing hamlet. I'm going to try and do it all in one episode. I don't think I'm going to pull that off, though. I think it's going to be 2 episodes, but we'll see. If it's like ends up being like a 35 minute episode, I might make it 1 episode, but if it's going to be like 50 minutes or something, nah, I'm good. But Adeline, there we go, that's her name. So we get the blood of Adeline, boom. Now we gotta leave and come back like 2 more times, which I do off screen. You'll see me just go warp there, and then you'll see me back there. I cut all that out, so don't worry. You don't watch me do any of that. I just jump to the next, boom. I've already traveled back and forth like 3 times. This is the 3rd time. This is where she's no longer there in the chair. You're like, oh my god, where'd you go, Adeline? And if you turn around, oh man, she's hiding behind this door. Sneaky brain thing. But she says more of the same old. She's just like, oh man, one last time, I need brain fluid. I'm whatever, you know, same shit I've been saying. And what you do once she's done talking, or you can just do it right now, whatever, who gives a shit. You'll attack her, and then you'll take the brain fluid from her, and she like reanimates like those other ones did. Remember when we attacked them and we got the brain fluid the first time, and then they would just reanimate, and then you could attack them again, and they would like, and like dissipate and deflate, but then they just reinflate, you know? After you give her that 3rd brain fluid, she'll give you the milkweed rune. And that's what you use. You equip it, which it has a really weird effect on your character's head, by the way, but I'll wait, because I equip it this episode, so I'll wait to show that off. But it'll allow us to talk to get some unique dialogue from the fishing hamlet priest that we see at the beginning there. And they will give us an arcane item that I think it requires like 30 arcane to use. So I kind of wish I would have done somewhat of an arcane build. That would have been cool. But here's the milkweed rune. I wanted to make a simple build, a very straightforward build, which is why I did like strength, health, and endurance. I was like, I'll just make it a very simple build for, you know, the not as good players to emulate. Because I usually play spellcasters and RPGs and stuff. But the Soulsborne games, I find myself playing tank-like characters. I don't know. I like playing that heavy, armored tank-like character, you know? But anyways, yeah, this episode's going to be wrapping up here real soon. I do go and equip the milkweed rune just to show that off and be ready. I will have it equipped for a little bit of the next episode, not all of it. I'll probably head back to, I'll probably just unequip it, actually, at the start of the episode. Because we unlock the lantern, the first lantern there very early on. So, but here, watch what this thing does to your head when you equip it. Whoa, boosts item discovery, I guess, but anyways, we're going to end this episode here. Thank you all for watching. My name is Brian, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.